My name is Vanessa A. I am a spoken word artist, poet and writer, and I live in Bristol. I think the problem with the word home is that it's a very twee, contrived, Disneyfied principle, which is tied up in being in a big house full of conventional family ideals and love and 3 meals a day cooked by a doting wife and mother, and a lot of us don't fit into that category of living for a myriad of reasons, and that makes us feel like we don't have homes, or that the living situations we're in don't fit into the idea of home. And I've moved a lot, so for me, being caught up in the idea of a particular place or a particular house being home is problematic for me, because I've constantly had to readjust to my surroundings and redefine what home means for myself. So home is a very fluid concept to me, really. But when I was thinking about this project and thinking about home when I was writing the piece, I thought about that phrase, home is where the heart is, yada, yada, yada. Annoying phrase, but it is something that people hold dear, this idea of, there's this one place, whether it's a childhood home, whether it's the country that you're from, that you feel is where you can truly be happy. And I don't believe in that as an idea. I believe that I carry something within myself that I take to wherever I go. Obviously there are places that I feel more comfortable than others, but when you move a lot, you learn to bring some sort of essence that you have within yourself and carry that to wherever you may be. So my family are from Uganda, and my parents came here in their 20s, and I was born and raised here. We moved about quite a bit. I was born in London, but I never actually lived in London. So I moved around a lot with my mum, and it's a hard thing. Background, again, it implies this fixedness or this steadiness that I can't offer as an answer to that question. I can't put a pin in a map or point to a place and go, yeah, that's me, that's where I belong, that's the landscape of my origins. It's such a mishmash of stuff. It is as much about the people that were raising me as it was where we were. I like Bristol because it's relaxed. I feel like there's a really lovely artistic community here. I feel like I'm amongst people that think similarly, have similar interests and drives. Obviously, I can only speak for the particular area of Bristol I'm in, but it's politically fairly aligned with how I think and the way I see the world. But you see, the thing with me is I've grown up around white middle class people my whole life. So coming to Bristol was just more of the same for me. Whereas I think people of colour who move here from London or from Birmingham or places that are more diverse, it probably feels like a much more disparate experience. But Bristol has been nothing but wonderful to me. And when I go to London and I just... I drop £10 a day on getting from A to B and, running around in such a small city full of so many people, because London is becoming too expensive for a lot of people. It's becoming oversaturated. So I think more resources and more money and more job prospects need to be pumped into these other cities, so that people feel there's a sense of, okay, I've got a whole island full of cities to choose from, rather than I've got to be in this one city where things are going on. So yeah, Bristol just has provided me everything I need, and I'm really grateful to it for that. Home is books, a double bed, understanding.